What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak with a sister out of Mississippi. Her name, Stephanie. Man, she can sing so well, and she can sing to any type of beat you put in front of her. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a dope sister out of Mississippi. Oh, I'll tell you something, folks. This lady here can sing her butt off. And I'm telling you, she can sing on any beat you put in front of her. It doesn't matter because she's that dope. Her name, Stephanie. So without further ado, folks, let me bring in Stephanie.
Everybody, hey! What's going on? What's going on?
Well, you know what? I can't call it. I might spoil it, but I will say this. I'm so glad you came through. I'm so honored and humbled with this appearance by you. To have me in your presence is an honor. So thank you so much for taking the time to come and let's chat and jam.
Thank
really
you
appreciative. Thank
you for having me. I am super duper honored to even be here. I appreciate you so much for allowing me to use your platform, for me to be on your platform. So thank you so much. I'm excited.
How you been and what have you been up to?
I have been amazing, even in the midst of everything that's going on. I've been great. Just working on music as much as possible, working on features, writing for artists, everything that I possibly can do. I've been trying to get into everything, being a mother, more importantly, being a mother. And just trying to be a African American woman with this that owns her own business and own brand. That's what we're doing.
I'm really honored to have you here, but I'm so damn impressed by you.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, I really feel like you're one of the dopest artists I've ever met. Like your vocal ability, just the range you have and the runs you do. I saw your virtual concert on your website.
Yes.
Folks, you got to go to StephanieMusic.com. You have to go because when you go to StephanieMusic.com, you're going to see some stuff on there and you're going to be so glad you went. And then you're going to hear and watch her virtual concert that she did that's actually on her page. And you see her band. They're all spaced out, though, and she's singing with a mask on, folks. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And I was like, oh, my God, how's this going to sound? Because I felt like it should have been muffled. But, man, your vocal ability is so awesome that your shit just came out the mask.
Yes.
As if like you didn't have a mask on in the first place.
Yes. Look, it's funny that was literally, I think I was a week shy, 2 weeks shy of just getting over COVID. I had just gotten over COVID. Of course, you have to kind of quarantine for 14 days. And so maybe a week after that, we had already had it planned. My guitarist actually got it the same time I did. So we both we both literally were coming out of COVID and decided to do a concert just to, number one, let people know we were okay, that we were fine because we had so many family and friends that were concerned. So we one reason was to just kind of let everybody know that we were okay, but also to make people aware that it was because when we got it, it was literally around the time where we just started figuring out that it was here. I think he caught it and I caught it both in like February, March of last year. So it was during the beginning where nobody knew what to do. I'll never forget it. Like when I went to my doctor's office, they made me go out the back door. That's just how scared they were, because they didn't know whether or not I had it or not. So they made me go out the back door. And when it came time for me to come back, they didn't want me to come back in the office because the nurses were just that scared. They even had some nurses to quit after they found out that I had it and that they had, came in contact with me. So that was literally a week after we had done our 14 days.
I'm so happy that you are okay, because I know some stories of people that caught that stuff and they never recovered. And the people that have recovered have never been the same since.
Yeah. I still have issues to this day. And I know people that have thankfully, I did not lose taste of sense or smell, but I did have chills. I did have fever. I forgot a lot of things. You hear a lot of people talk about COVID fog. That's something that's true. I do still have memory issues to this day. So, and I have friends who still can't taste and smell like they used to. So it was crazy. It definitely was crazy. But even in the midst of that, being able to still release an album, even in the midst of that, it never ceases to amaze me, the things that kind of took place during that time. So, yeah.
When did you realize you had a passion for music?
That's a question that I do get a lot of times. And I tell people all the time, it wasn't me doing lead. It was me doing background. When I was singing background for artists, I actually wanted to make that a career for myself, singing background. That's just how much I loved it. But I think my first time, to be perfectly honest, the first time me knowing that I had a passion for it, growing up in Hawaii, music is everywhere. And it's not just the local music. It really isn't. It's all types of music. And sometimes they take R&B and they make it into their own. So me in high school, I did what they call the We Are Samoa Festival. And at the We Are Samoa Festival, I think I was like 14, 15 years old, only African-American to ever do it. I sang their national anthem for them in their language. And that's when I honestly knew, wow, you've got something. When you're that age and you see people crying in the audience, even at a young age, that does something to you. So that was my first time actually saying, this is your passion. This is something that you love to do. And this is something that people love to hear you do. That's when I realized that I had a passion for music and a great love for music.
Who are your greatest influences?
My greatest influences are Chaka Khan. I love me some Chaka. As well as Lettucey. I love Lettucey. I love Jill Scott. I love Layla Hathaway. My God, today. There's a brother from Hawaii named Brother Is. He has a lot of songs, but he also has. There's a lot of commercials that feature his song. He remade it, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it comes in with a ukulele. I love him. He passed away some years ago. So a lot of my influences are, of course, R&B, neo soul, but I also have my favorite of all time. I love Queen. When I say I love Queen, I love Queen. I'm a music person, so I love everything from country. I love rock. I love neo soul. I love Hawaiian. I love Samoan. I love music. Even Bob Marley. Bob Marley was one of my influences growing up. That's all we listened to was Bob Marley. So, I have a lot of different people that I love in all different genres of music. I really do.
When you're not in the studio and making music, what do you do?
Being a mother. Being a mother, I think is one of the most important things to me. I was a single mother. I was a single mother that raised two children, a boy and a girl. They are both now in college. I have a daughter that's finishing her first year, and I have a son that's going into his first year of college. I work. I work at Jackson State University. I love being around children. I love being around students. I love mentoring and being able to speak to them about things that's gone on in my life. Unfortunately, I wasn't a college graduate, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen. But that does not mean that you're not successful either. Those are things that we have to teach our young kids. I teach my children all the time. Whatever you do, just make sure you're great at it. My father is someone who literally believes in everything when it comes to me and anything that I've wanted to do. He literally is that person that says, baby, you can do anything that you put your mind to. I literally tell my children the same thing.
Talk to us about the song You Don't Deserve.
You Don't Deserve. Wow. It was produced by a young man named Donald Love. People really need to know who Donald Love is because Donald Love is a hidden jewel. This man produces music that is it's so soulful. It's so soulful. It's featuring a young man named Sachimo, and Sachimo is brilliant. I just can't speak anything other than excellence. He raps, but he also plays the cello. And even on the song, he's actually playing the cello on my song. That's something that I love about his feature is the fact that he represents both of his talents. It's basically talking about someone not deserving of you. The funny thing is it was written actually by Donald. Donald wrote the song. And I just told him, I said, he has a very D'Angelo feel. And you can tell in his tracks that he loves D'Angelo, but I pushed him to his limit. And I told him, hey, so listen, we're going to do something for Stephanie. So with that being said, I need you to think outside your box. And when he presented this song to me, I looked and I said, that's it. That's it. That's exactly it. So it's really dope. I try to sing the absolute stank out of it just because I love it so much. I really do. It's one of my favorites. It is definitely one of my favorites. And he's actually featured. Donald Love is actually featured on one of the songs as well that me and him wrote together. So, he is definitely a talent that if you're looking for good quality and something that's going to reach the soul, Donald Love is the person that I would tell anybody to look up. He's just that amazing. He really is.
Folks, you can tap into Stephanie on all platforms. Yeah. All platforms. I'm talking Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, Deezer, and my favorite place, iHeartRadio. Yes. You can tap into her, listen to all her songs, specifically the song You Don't Deserve. Because I'm about to play a snippet of this song, folks. And I'm telling you something. When you hear this song, this is what you're going to say. Well, damn, MC Angela, you did it again. You're going to tell us to go check out the girl Stephanie. You say she's dope, so we do check her out. And you're right, she is dope. You're damn right she's dope. So without further ado, folks, I'm going to play a snippet of Stephanie featuring Satchmo Flanagan. You Don't Deserve. When I was talking about this and I put sweet sugar to the jersey. Oh, sorry now, baby. Because it doesn't mean a thing. Yo, you hear her? Do you hear the notes she's hitting? Oh my God. This is Stephanie, y'all. Yo, I'm having an out-of-body experience right now, peoples. If you want to hear the rest of this song, you gotta go to Spotify. You gotta go press play, man. You gotta go, man. You gotta go, man. That is a beautiful song. I can't wait to tap into it a little bit more after this show is over.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My hands are sweating right now. That's
That's a good thing. We love that. That's a good thing.
See, I knew you was good at when I saw your video, the virtual video that you had. I knew you was good. Especially you could sing with a mask on.
I love performing live. I love the live feeling of a band and a performer and a singer. and an entertainer, like, that's amazing. It's a great feeling. And I know that for music heads, people that love music, it's different. When you get when you're literally at a live concert, the feel is so much different than what it is off of a CD. So, I love performing for people. I love singing to people. I love for people to feel exactly what I'm trying to give them. It gives me such a rush. I've sang for probably 2 hours and still had 2 more hours right after that still left in me. Music is great. I love music. I love presenting my music now and being able to present my music. It's really dope. It's so dope.
Tell us some of the experiences you've had since you've been creating music.
Wow. Just being able to reach overseas, that's amazing, especially for someone who has gone from background to release their first album. This is my first album. It's amazing to be able to know that my music is in the UK, knowing that my music is in South Africa, it's in Brazil. Like, seeing these different places is such an experience. Being able to talk to people like you, I've not been able to do that before. It's an amazing feeling and an amazing experience knowing that my music is reaching to people the way that it is. All I've ever wanted is to be heard, and I'm there. Like, people are hearing my music. It's an amazing feeling. Like, knowing that my music is charting is crazy. When you put in the work and you continue to stay true to yourself and who you are, amazing things happen. So, I've experienced so many good things. And have I experienced some bad things? Yes, I have. I've experienced some bad things, but it doesn't stop my fight, and it doesn't stop my progress, and it does not stop me from working. I have to continue to keep going, because the thing is, even with the negative things, it teaches you something. It teaches you what you will and what you will not do, or what you will and what you will not take. You have to have the negative. You have, just like you have to have the good, you have to have the negative things too. I've experienced some negative things even prior to me releasing this album. I had a whole album that I literally a year prior to that, maybe a couple years prior to that, had a whole project that was recorded, and because of a disagreement with a company, I just decided not to go with it. I had to stay true to Stephanie. The music that was presented to me was not music. To be perfectly honest, I recorded the whole album. I did. I recorded the whole entire album. But when I had to think back on, is this Stephanie, and is this what you want your representation of yourself to be on your first album? I said, no, it wasn't. Again, you have to stay true to yourself. Regardless of what opportunities present itself, you have to be true to who you are and what you want. What
is your process? So, as far as songwriting is concerned, do you have the song's lyrics already written and created? And when the producer comes to you and says, "Hey, Stephanie, I have a beat for you to check out," do you then take some of your lyrics you've already written and you plug them in? Or do you wait?
I've done that. I actually have a book that's full of lyrics. I really do. But sometimes when you're listening now, I have a song called Contagious on my album. And Contagious was a song that I actually had written. When the producer presented the track to me, he asked me, he said, "Do you have something that you think will go to this?" And I said, "It's funny you say that, because I do." Okay? It's funny because it's actually a lot of people's favorite song. I do have a book. I do write that. I do have times where I just sit there and I write lyrics the whole entire time. I do. But I also have times where when someone presents something to me, I'll sit there and I will literally listen to that song for weeks. And I'll rewrite that song. I'll rewrite that song probably 3 or 4 times before I'm like, this is it. Let's go into the studio. And to be perfectly honest, I've had times where I'm sitting in the studio and I'm listening to a track and I'm like, I got something for it. Let's go ahead and record this now. Because even though I'm writing it down, I still want to get that feel right then and there. I want to, whatever I'm feeling right there at that moment, I want to make sure I record that. I've got a book. I've written things at the same time, and I've listened to tracks and written at that time too. So, it's just a good vibes process. If I'm vibing with it, I'm going to write to it.
I'm digging the vibes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
Yes. Continue the work. Work hard at everything you do. Make sure that when you present your brand, it's a brand that you can be proud of, and stay true to yourself. Never give up. And I know that's the thing that you hear everyone say, but I am a true testimony of that. Never give up. I don't care what your size is, your color is, your age. Don't give up on your dream. Continue to keep the faith, continue to keep working towards your goal, your dream. It is possible. No matter what anyone tells you, no matter how many doors close in your face, for every door that closes, there's going to be one that will open. You just got to continue to keep working. I've worked for years, singing background, arranging background, and some of everything. And to actually be able to do what I'm doing now, I love it. And it's all because I never gave up. So don't give up.
I respect that about you, Stephanie. The fact that you are really getting it in and not giving up on your dreams. So, folks, I'm telling you something, man. Stephanie is the shiznit.
I love it.
You gotta tap in, man. You gotta go check her out, man. You gotta go to Spotify. You gotta go to her website, StephanieMusic.com. And it has everything that you want from her on her website. And you know what the cool thing about her website is? You can consider it an EPK. For those of y'all that don't know what an EPK is, electronic press kit.
There you go.
Everything you want to know about her on that website. So take your time, folks. Hasten to the call of Stephanie, because her music is for everybody. Everybody can enjoy a Stephanie track. Everybody can. I know I can. You can. She can. And the other person can. Because there's something for everybody, folks. She's got a song for everybody. Let me just say this. If you feel down and out and you feel like you need a song to give you a pick-me-up, she's got one for you. And if you feel like, you know what, you're angry with the world and you need the world to know it, well, yeah, she's got one for you. Stephanie has a song for everybody. And all you got to do is tap in. And you can do it real easy, folks. Just spell out her name. Stefunie. Stephanie.
That's it.
Do you have any burning desires?
To be heard. And I'm not even talking about money. And I'm not talking about being famous. I'm literally talking about being heard is my desire, for people to hear my music. That's my desire, and it will always be my desire. We're almost there, but platforms like this allow that, and I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful to you. Thank you so much for being a part of the process of allowing me to be heard. I appreciate you so much for that.
You're welcome. America and the world. It is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam, and this is my special guest, Stephanie, out of Mississippi. Listen, this lady here is so talented. I mean, so gifted. Everything that comes out of her mouth sounds like a piece of heaven. I'm telling you something. You know, you ever have your favorite bowl of oatmeal? You know oatmeal. Oatmeal it's got sustenance, folks. Oatmeal fills you up inside and it makes you feel good. Well, that's exactly Stephanie's music. It makes you feel good. You know, when you listen to a Stephanie track, you're going to go away feeling like $1 million because the way she sings, it makes you feel special. It makes your heart pound, makes your hands sweat. It makes you think of, man, I'm so glad I heard this song because it came out at the right time for me.
Yes.
Stephanie, you are an amazing and gifted artist. I'm so proud to have met you here today. I'm so honored that you took the time to come to Let's Chat and Jam and tell your story. Maybe you didn't tell your story because there's some parts of your story you left out today. And I don't want to really get into that because, I don't want to spoil the moment. But I will say this. I'm very proud of you. I'm very, very, very proud of you for how far you've come in your life. I'm very, very proud of you because you took everything you've been feeling, your emotions, your anger, your pain, your sorrows. You took it all that and took it to the studio with you.
Yes.
And now that we, the people, have been allowed to come into your world, we are the ones that are blessed. Thank you for giving us a piece of you. You share yourself with strangers all the time. How do you do it? I don't know. But the fact that you do it is an amazing feat. And I'm so happy for you that you found your voice because your voice is angelic. You hit every note. I mean, I've heard you hit some notes in that mask that I didn't think you could hit, but you did. And you just went like, you went down the scale, you came back up the scale, and then you drove around a little bit on the scale, but every note was perfectly placed. Like you sing with precision. Like you know exactly where you're going and why you're going there. Yes. Every nuance, every note, it doesn't matter. You have already planned that out. And so when you take the stage, you know exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish.
Yes, sir.
And every time you get on that microphone, there's a reason behind it. Every time you speak, there's a reason behind it.
Yes.
You don't say nothing just for happenstance. No, you speak because you have something to say.
Yes,
and
sir.
Your words have meaning. So by all means, yes, my dear, you're going to be heard because you have a beautiful voice, but you have a voice that's powerful and it cannot be silenced. I'm so thankful that maybe, you did go through some shit to get to where you are now. But you know what? It was all lessons learned, as you had said earlier today. And I'm so glad that you found yourself. And I'm so glad that you're able to stand up for yourself and take charge of your life and just show people that exactly you don't have to give up on your dreams. You don't have to give up on your life because other people have. Other people may have. Other people may have written you off. Other people may say, you know what? I don't think you have it in you. Other people, even your family may turn you down and deny you. But you know what?
Have to keep going.
You have to have faith.
Yeah, that's it.
You have to have faith in yourself that you are not going to drop the ball on yourself. Why would you want to do that? So, I'm just proud that you had the opportunity to be a guest on Let's Chat and Jam. And I'll tell you something. You have earned every accolade that is coming your way. Every nook and cranny of awards that is coming to you. Yes, you've earned those. Yes, that Grammy that's going to be coming to you soon.
Yes,
Grammy,
come on, we're claiming it.
Yes, that Grammy, you've earned that. That BET award that's coming to you soon.
We're claiming all of it.
You earned that. And that NAACP Image Award that you're going to win
all
soon,
of it.
That's coming to you. And of course, the American Music Awards is coming your way as well.
My goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to rack them up, all the awards. You're going to rack them all up. And you're going to have them all sitting on your mantelpiece in your house. And you're going to look at these awards. You're going to sit down. MC Andrew Love was right. I got these things.
And I'm going to shout them out too. Watch.
You're going to be, when you go to the Grammys, you're not going just to sit down and just watch the Grammys. You're going there because they're going to call you up to win your Grammy.
That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
You are a most amazing, talented artist I've ever met. And I'm so glad that you came through. Can you tell the folks where they can find you?
Okay, so on Facebook you have Stephanie, Stefunie, Luckett, Luckett. That's how you find my artist page. You also have Instagram, and on Instagram is Stephanie Music, Stefunie, and of course music, as well as my webpage. So you go to my webpage, it's going to be stephaniemusic.com, and that's where you can find me at.
StephanieMusic.com. And since you've been here for the first time, you have now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fan, which means you don't have to wait for me to hit you up. Nah, you can hit me up in my DMs and say, hey, MC, there's something I got to say.
Let's go.
And I want to come on to your show, and I'm going to get my calendar, and I'm going to lock you in, and I say, deal, let's do it. And then that's how easy it is when you're part of a Let's Chat and Jam fan. But
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for coming to the show. I do appreciate your time. Oh, man. The song means time has run out. But, of course, when you're having fun, all good things must come to an end.
There you go.
But I want to say, be safe out there in Mississippi. Whatever you do, be safe.
You do the same.
Thank you. And everybody else, y'all be safe. And just remember, when you have a dream, you can accomplish your dream. All you got to do is believe in yourself.
That's it.
And nothing beats a failure but a try. Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss A Conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.